It's all right.
We're in the mental health mansion.
We're in the mental health mansion. It's been a
long time.
When did we last hop into the mental health mansion?
Well, because we've done a lot of mental health episodes with guests and whatever else, but me and you haven't just taken the car, packed the car, grabbed the kids, and just head down
to the beach.
Mental health mansion.
Straight to the mental health mansion.
So we thought we were due. So we've got...
Definitely.
It's a bit of a special one. We've got some Oracle cards, the fucking honest Oracle cards. We're going to pull our first card from that deck.
Should we fucking do the Oracle cards to kick it off?
Yeah, all right, let's do it. Let's do that and a song of the week, because fuck it. It's been that hot minute since since Mental Health Mansion. Hot minute since song of the week.
Yeah.
We'll have a little talk about mental health, because shit's been fucked, and we want to talk about the mental health side of how we've been working through this.
Exactly, and how we've been feeling, because you've been going through a tough time lately.
Yeah.
I've been going through a tough time with a lot of change and whatnot, so we can just talk about that and how we feel.
Yeah, and then we're gonna finish it off with we've had one piece of shit brother of mine on the podcast. My other piece of shit brother hasn't earned a full ep yet, but we're going to get him on for the guest.
Get him on, have it, see what he's up to.
Stay tuned for a fantastic mental health mansion.
Fantastic.
Then we can just play the mental health like. We need a harp. In that bit,
I should do a remix of the song where it's like.
Oh, dude, that would be so fucking good.
I'm not going to do that, but yeah.
We will make that.
We will one day. And then you know what? Let's say in the future, right? We look at each other and we're like, "This is it, man. I think now's the time we back it up, right?" I'm gonna remake the fucking whole intro song, and you know how in Team America World Police, where it's like it's America, fuck yeah. I'm gonna do ours where it's like it's gonna be like a 3.5 minute intro, and it's gonna like be like a real progressive, epic, melancholic fucking.
All in like B sharp.
Yeah. So Oracle concept when wrong camera. Get back on this camera, please. There we go.
Fucking honest.
The fucking honest Oracle cards. My lovely mum got this for me for my birthday.
What a doll.
What a darling. And these are actually really funny. These are actually really cool. So we'll get you to draw one. I'll shuffle it up a little bit. Yep. They're essentially these little Oracle cards. These little like positive affirmation Oracle cards, you know. And so whatever you're drawing essentially is what destiny or fate is telling you to focus on. Okay. You know.
All right.
You know, like a classic Oracle card, except these ones are the fucking, whatever they are, the fucking honest.
They're suited to us.
They're suited to us.
The podcast who has been told that they swear too much.
They swear too much. You know what?
And I'm trying to be better. I don't know if I was in that first half, but you know what? Here's a goal for myself. I'm not going to swear in this. I don't know if I already did in the first
Well, I am,
minutes.
because I'm going to read these things.
I went to see.
I'll tell you what.
Well, after the Oracle cards are done,
I'm
not going to drop another single F-bomb for the rest of this episode.
All right, let's make it spicy then. If you drop an F-bomb, have you got any more? Have you got any more? Is that a freshie, or have you got another one?
No, that's it. That's my last one.
All right, if you drop an F-bomb, you have to skull that whole thing.
Okay.
On the spot.
Okay. I will not.
All right.
Drop an F-bomb. I'm going to pretend this is a work call. I'm going to be professional.
The fucking honest Oracle cards.
After this, I have to swear.
Oh, yeah, of course. You have to swear for this.
At the start of Song of the Week is the start of
From there.
swearing.
All right, my friend. Pick an Oracle card.
Okay, I like this one here.
You can't look at it.
I'm not trying to look at it. I'm trying to just get the colour.
Just get one.
I can only see the colour.
You can only see the colour. Okay, cool.
Yeah, I think that's the one. Let's see if I got the colour.
All right, dope.
Yes.
All right, so...
Step away from the bullshit.
Step away from the bullshit.
Which is number 9.
Hold it up to the camera so they can see.
That's actually crazy, because number 9 is my number. Like, if you know,
no
like
shit.
A number.
Yeah.
It was my footy number when I was a kid. Like, 9 is my number.
Yeah, right. 11's my number, actually.
That's funny.
Yeah. All right, let's see what it says. Number 9, step away from the bullshit, my friend. Ugh, so much bullshit, so little time. But recognize that. You don't just have to be sucked into someone else's shitstorm. See it on the radar and drive around that fucking thing. Stay well clear of any crap that isn't yours. You've got enough to deal with.
Dude, that is very fitting.
Can you relate that?
I absolutely can. Hand me the book, because I'm gonna now give you your. Do we need to keep the ones we've done now separately?
Well, I'll keep it off the side. Yeah. I don't know if there's doubles, but yeah.
Yeah.
Either way, we'll see.
Okay. All right. Face down.
I'm going to go this bad boy under here.
Right.
And I've got drama, number 42. There is a little bit of drama going on, isn't there?
There's always drama.
The drama llama.
Is that the final card in the deck?
Is it?
It is. I don't know why I'm whistling, but
Yeah, fuck it. It's the
I'm
final.
starting to whistle now.
It's the final.
It's like Fortnite. Every day he does a video of like him cooking like Webbers and shit like that all the time. And every time he opens the lid of the Weber, he goes. And it's just, I think it's just. I've watched like 1,000 videos of him whistling now.
Yeah.
Anytime he does a video where he doesn't whistle, like Proctor will be like, "Yeah, good video needs more whistle," because like we're waiting for it.
Yeah.
42. Drama. Put the drama down and walk the away.
You can swear.
No, I've decided
Alright,
I'm not
fine.
doing it. I'm
They
going
are
to
the
start
fucking-
now.
They are the
Recognize
fucking-
your connection to bullshit and cut those fucking cords. There you go.
Yeah, you
right?
can't not say that.
You're too smart for that crap. Plug your brain back into gear and watch how much easier life gets.
Fuck yeah.
Very good.
Definitely.
Love that. All right, we're going to keep our.
Definitely.
We've got your side one because we don't want to double up, so we're going to try and keep those two out of the deck. And what we're going to do is we're going to make this.
Yeah, what I'll do is I'll put that on top of the
Yes, good idea.
thing.
Now, we've failed in weekly segments before, but we're going to try and make it not a weekly segment when we've got guests, but anytime it's just me and you.
Yeah,
here having a
we're just
chat,
low-key.
We're going to do an oracle card, and then that's going to prompt us to do a song of the week, we hope.
Yes.
Now, song
of the week.
I have got one that let me see. This
What are we talking with song of the week for you, my friend?
So it's a song by Kubla Khan. It's the one I
Oh,
showed
yeah,
you.
Kubla Khan, Texas.
I fucking love this song. But this is to show you just how much I actually love this song. I'm looking at my stats for Spotify right now, right? Top tracks. All time.
Yeah.
All time.
All time.
All time.
How do you look up your all time
Have you never
stats?
seen this before?
No. Well, you can look up what songs you've listened to most on your.
Of all time.
How do you do that?
It's just called statsforspotify.com and you log into your Spotify
Oh,
account.
okay, interesting.
I have pumped this song so much. Now, this Spotify account's years old, right? Obviously, number one is Wormholes, which
Yeah,
is
of
on
course,
the Wormholes
of course.
podcast. Number 3 is My Apocalypse by Escape the Fate, one of my favourite songs of all time.
Yep.
Erased comes in at number 5.
So what's number 2?
Relapse by Polaris.
Oh, yeah.
I fucking love it.
Yeah, good
It's not that I've actually put that song on that much. It just comes up in shuffle.
Yeah,
but I
okay.
love it.
Yeah, it's a good song.
I never skip it, so that's why
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
up there
yeah.
so high. But I have pumped this song so hard
Yeah.
that it has already, now I only found it maybe 2 weeks ago. Hardcore Keen.
Yeah,
shared
Hardcore Keen.
the-
Shout out to Hardcore
where
Keen.
He
We
does.
should hit up Hardcore King.
Oh, dude, see if he would do a pod. That'd be
Yeah,
amazing.
we should see if Hardcore King.
I have pumped this song up to number 11 in my all-time
Wow.
charts. I played it
How many
that
plays has it
times,
got?
dude. I don't know if it shows.
Oh,
the
it doesn't
plays.
show you.
It just shows that, yeah, it went from... Yeah, look, so 3rd of the 3rd is when I...
3rd of the 3rd. It's only the 9th of the 3rd.
So on 6 days, dude, that I've been slanging this song for. And
You've played it. You've played
I've
it.
played it at least 50 times, I reckon.
Wow. What's the song called?
It's called Swan Song, featuring Scott Vogel, who's from another American band. But it's a fucking awesome song. The music is all, obviously I love it, but it's all about like women, it's all talking about, women that have been fucking abused their whole lives and whatever, and like, you need to fucking, fight through it and whatever, and we hear you and that kind of shit. Like that's the message of the whole song. So it's super powerful,
Yeah.
super heavy and groovy as fuck, as Kubla Khan always do.
Yeah.
So that's my song of the week, man. So
Swan
check
Song.
out Swan Song featuring Scott Vogel.
I'm definitely going to check that out because I used to fucking play the hammer so
Oh,
much.
dude, that's such a good song.
Yeah.
So yeah, get around that. But get around, yes. But so you can do, for anyone listening as well who wants to, so statsforspotify.com, and then you actually get to see like your top 50. But you can also, what I like about it, right, is you can look at your last 4 weeks.
Yeah.
So obviously number 1 in my last 4 weeks. You
Yeah.
can also look at your last 6 months.
Oh, true.
It's number 2 in my last 6 months. The only song that's bigger than it is Malevolent by Volumes, because I've been pumping that song as well.
Yeah, it's a good
and
song.
then you can then create a playlist out of your last 4 weeks or your last 6 months or your for all time. So, because you know how you do your yearly, like, oh, what have I listened to this year?
Yeah.
Well, you can go to your all time and go, all right, what's my all time 50 songs? Bang, playlist. And then you've just got your favorite fucking 50 songs clearly in one playlist on your Spotify.
No shit.
Very cool apps. Oh, well, website.
You know what? I'm logging into it now. I'm curious now. What did you say last week? You can do the last
You
week.
can last 4 weeks, last 6 months, and all time. I'm curious to know what your all-time number 1 song is.
Okay, I don't know why that didn't work. Let's have a look. Strange. I've had fucking Spotify for like 5+ years, more, 6 years. Didn't let me in for some reason. Let me in, boy. Oh no, this is not good. You're curious what my all-time is?
Is it because it's through your Facebook or something?
Nah. Okay, top tracks. Here we go. All time. Yeah, right. Okay. I wasn't expecting that. Can you guess what number 1 is of all time?
And In Hearts Wake Up?
Nah, it's Mileage by Hawk.
Oh, Hawk. Yeah. Wow. Yeah.
Yeah, I do fucking love that song.
Yeah, you do fucking love
Number 2 is Grave by Wage War. 3 is Counter Ops by Hawk. 4, Clever Motherfucker by Hawk. And 5, Tapping Out by Issues.
There you go. You're a Hawk fiend.
It's strange that they're the top tracks of all time. Because that only came out in 2020.
Yeah.
That's nuts. All right, what about last 4 weeks then? Watchtower by Devil Wears Prada.
Oh, bro, the breakdown at the end of that song.
Yeah. All right, my song of the week, right? There's a band that I've seen floating around forever. I've tried to listen to them in the past. Never really just got into them.
Yep.
All right, they're called Betraying the Martyrs.
Yeah, they did a cover of Frozen, like from
Did they?
Let It Go.
No shit.
Cover of Let It Go from Frozen, and it actually slaps.
No
That-
shit, no
that
shit.
was their only song of theirs that I could only really ever get into that song.
No shit. Well, I tried over the years to get into them because they've been releasing music for a long time now.
Yeah.
They had a song that popped up on my release radar or the playlist last Friday, the Friday before that I think it was, called Black Hole. 10 out of 10.
Really?
Yeah. It's
Just you.
filth. It is so good. Chorus is hell dope, like wicked like melodies, but then like the breakdowns are just like super filthy, low as fuck tuned, like double drop tuned or something like that. But yeah, so good, man. So yeah, Black Hole by Betray the Martyrs is my song of the week.
Fuck yeah, dude. That's all right. I'll suss that out
Yeah.
for sure. Killer. Well, let's have a talk about mental health, my man, for the rest of this episode.
Let's roll into it. So how did you find your move? Because I know there was a Wednesday or two there that you were like, let's just give the podcast a break this week.
Yeah, 'cause
I know moving fucking house is always such a frazzling time.
Yeah.
How did you end up going in the end with that?
Yeah, I mean, it's just one of those things where there's just something in the back of your mind constantly. You're always like, oh, I need to start moving shit to the new, because obviously, I mean, luckily as well, a lot of people don't get this luxury, but we had both houses for 3 weeks.
Yeah.
So because we had to give 3 weeks notice for our old house, so we were like, well, fuck it, then we'll just stay in both for the 3-week period, basically. So we had the first week of like packing up the old house and getting shit like utilities and everything connected at the new house. Second week of move everything like that we could in boxes by car. And then on this weekend of the second week, we moved everything furniture.
Yeah.
And then the third week of just deep cleaned the entire house.
Okay.
But obviously, I guess it's daunting because I'd never lived in a house for that long before. So I didn't know what kind of shit actually builds up, like cleaning fucking window sills and the tracks of the doors. Like, you just don't ever, like, and they never look at that shit in inspections. They're looking at all just general stuff in inspections. Did you do the oven? Did you do the air vents?
Yeah.
Whatever. They're not looking at all those, like, final. So there was just like every time I thought we were getting close to clean, like getting, and I'm like, well, I've really got to do that. Like that looks shit, or, so it just felt like it was never going to end. I had to take a couple of days off work, which I didn't plan on having, and just to be able to try and get on top of it. And yeah, it was just really fucking tough, as well as, obviously working full time, other than the days I took off, and I've had some fringe gigs and whatever else. So it's just been crazy. And then
and then the fringe
then
gig.
Mark Ryan, obviously someone slipping a fucking sleeping pill into his drink. So I just cleaned all week, and to get the house ready for handover. Someone slipped a fucking sleeping pill into Mark Ryan's gig in the middle of a show. He's ended up having to wait 2.5 hours for an ambulance.
Yeah.
Then I woke up the next morning after 4 hours sleep because I stuck around for as long as I possibly could with him waiting for the ambulance. And then I get to the house where cleaners were supposed to be coming to do a lot of the work for me so that I, didn't have to spend the whole next 3 days cleaning. And then they ended up, the particular cleaner's husband had COVID. So then she couldn't come. So it was just like one massive stressful event after another. And then obviously, you know, my partner ended up in hospital over the weekend thinking that she might have had pneumonia again. Luckily, it was only a sprained shoulder.
Yeah,
but
thank God.
Still just very crazy. So it just hasn't stopped, man. But I guess, I mean, for me, I'm just so good at being able to understand that. I remember there was a girl that I was quite close with years ago, and she has a tattoo on her. And she told me about how much this tattoo and the saying meant to her. And it's just, this too shall pass. And I don't know if I've probably spoken this about in one of our earlier mental health mentions, but that's something, man, that I just really have sort of burnt into my own soul and my way about going things, is that I just know that you always get over that hill. It's like, even when it seems so fucking daunting and so overwhelming, which there were many moments over these last couple of weeks where I felt that. Not even last couple of weeks, last 3 months, man, having to try and look for a house, and then, you know, getting rejected from applying for houses, and then, you know, obviously trying to manage this podcast, trying to do some stand-up gigs, you know, have a son ready to start school. Like, there's just been so much on my plate. But, you know, now I guess with the house move done and they were happy with the clean and everything, you know, it's starting to really feel like things can start to sort of settle back down again. So I think, you know, for me personally, the thing that I always do is just really, like, you know that things are going to calm down and try not to let it overwhelm me too much. It's a lot easier said than done. I think the key things is like focus on what I can do with my little bits of downtime to make them as meaningful as possible. So, you know, if I think that playing some games or whatever is going to allow me to switch off from that, then prioritize that.
Yeah.
You know, don't have drinks and shit on the weekend if I don't need to, because I'm either going to then be hungover and I'm going to need a clean or whatever.
Yeah,
or I'm just wasting time. Like, so just really being conscious of what little bit of spare time I had in between all of that, not just wasting it on benign shit and doing something that was actually going to help me get through those next few days.
Yeah.
I think that's a really big, important lesson as well. So, yeah, I mean, it's crazy, man, but I think it's just that kind of mentality or that thought process of, like, you know, it's hard because it's not like you want to play, like, there's a big difference between, and I just want to really try and clarify this, because don't place, like, it's not about placing happiness in a future thing, because we always talk about, don't be like, oh, once I get this, I'll be happy. It's not about that at all. It's about understanding that when there's more chaos than normal, when it's like things like moving house or changing jobs or a kid starting school, that's not going to be like that forever.
Yeah.
There's not going to be that level of chaos all the time.
Yeah.
So just understanding that, you know, slow burn through that. You are going to be burnt out. You are going to be tired, but there's going to be a point where you're going to be able to, you know, get back on top of things, and just try and focus on that and know that, you know, here's all the shit that I'm excited and looking forward to doing. So
Yeah, exactly, man.
I feel like I've come out of it, you know, fairly unscathed. I'm just excited now, man, about, you know, really getting stuck back into the pod. We've got some awesome guests coming up. I've got 2 gigs this weekend now as well. So we've got a sold out show in Gawler for Mark Ryan, and then I'm helping out Jay Michael with one of his shows on Saturday night as well. So yeah, just excited to start getting back into some of my hobbies and that kind of shit, bro. So what about you? Obviously you've just had a job change and whatever else. So I mean, guess what's been kind of
I guess in the larger scheme of things, my life's been like, you know, that unsettled feeling, you know, like where like something's always happening or going, like not necessarily like going wrong, but I guess you could say going wrong. Something's always like happening like relentlessly for the last like 6 months plus, I think, for me. It's just been one thing after the other of like big life changes, you know? So I feel like that's still in the process. Like I'm still going through that. Like everything that I went through with my job, and then up until last week was my last week there. And then now this week, starting, you know, part-time working for myself, part-time working somewhere else. It's kind of just, I'm still just adjusting. I don't know. It's almost like I just can't wait for my life to finally feel settled again.
Yeah.
Because it's felt so unsettled since probably like mid-2021. There's like, you know, if I listed them all off, which I'm not going to, if I listed off all these things that I've like kind of experienced, gone through, lost or whatever in the last 6 months plus, it's actually been probably like the most unsettling and the most difficult time that I've ever gone through, bro.
Yeah, dude.
It really has been.
And I guess, so what kind of things, I guess, have you employed then, sort of thinking about, you know, the kind of stuff that I was just saying? What's kind of gotten you through that? What have you used?
Well,
what
like
are your tools at your disposal?
a good friend of mine said this to me. She said, the universe will never give to you what you can't handle.
Yeah, that's a fucking awesome
right?
thing.
And it's always made me think, like, if I can get through what I've gone through in the last, 9 months of my life, then there's really not much more that can go through. I've had, a friend dying, a breakup, a changing of jobs, like a relocated, moving in house, all that kind of stuff going on as well.
Yeah.
So it's kind of just been like a whole bunch of big life changes, one after the next. And at least I feel like in the most recent time,
Just crack it. Yeah. Don't be a bitch, dude. Crack the can.
Probably won't even be able to hear that. But yeah, he's just like sitting in the corner trying to hide.
I was like, it was doing my head in more that he wasn't. I heard the fizz, but he didn't follow through with the crack. You don't fucking leave a man hanging without the crack.
Exactly, right.
Well,
but yeah.
You never pull out, dude.
Never pull out,
Jet
bro.
stream straight in. Anyway,
but yeah, look, at the end of the day, like where I am now compared to where I was, even 5 months ago or whatever, at the end of last year, is so much better.
Yeah.
So much better.
Yeah.
And I think it's because I've accepted that, like, all right, now I've like reached that hill and it's starting, like, the precipice of fuckery is gone.
Yeah.
Now it's like, all right, I'm on the way back down and I'm finally ready for life to settle.
Yeah.
Just like a little bit. I know that it's going to take a minute to get used to working for myself, and it's going to take a minute to get back into the swing of this other job, which I'm doing, casual until I can afford to with the marketing to do it full time. But I'm excited. I'm like, I was upset and anxious. Now that's starting to turn to like excited.
Yeah.
So
and it's exactly what you said. It's such a good thing, man. Like it's so important to reflect on the shit that you've been through and survived, to be like, well, if I can get through that, I can get through anything. And this time I'm probably going to handle it better. I think that's probably my mentality towards those things, is like, yeah, well, you went through this, and this, and look where you are now, and look how much you've learned from that. And you also really, in hindsight, probably could have done this better, probably could have done this, looked after you, whatever it is, a little bit better. Yeah. And that's what it's all about, man, is that, it's nothing is, and it's a very cool thing to think about. The universe won't give you more than you can handle, because really, most people, that applies to everyone.
Yeah.
So that's so cool, man. And I think, for us as well, like there's exciting things coming up for the podcast. And it's so cool to have something, I think, for anyone listening, I cannot at all understate the importance of, no matter what is going on in your life, no matter how much of exactly what you've said or even the shit that I've said, having some sort of creative outlet to channel energy into.
Oh, yeah.
It's just so fucking important to human life. I feel like it really has given me such purpose.
Yeah.
That there's something. And again, when it's a hobby like we have it, you can take 2 weeks off, a week off, whatever, and you don't let the other person down or whatever, because we all know that life happens. So
I feel like if we were at the point now where we were having like 1 million subscribers and getting 100,000 plays per episode, these last 2 weeks would have been more stressful. These last month or two where you've been going through shit, I've been going through these changes and stuff, would have been a lot more stressful. So in a way, as much as everyone wishes they had 1 million subscribers, I'm glad that like the people that do listen to us haven't been going, hey, well, what the fuck's going on?
Yeah, what's going on? You know, a fucking
yeah.
the ball. Like they're just like, oh fuck yeah, they're excited when the episode.
Exactly, yeah. Which is cool, because like another thing we were saying off air is like, we want to have a genuine group of people that listen to us and like tune in every now and then and be like, all right, I'm going to tune in, and like we're not tuning into to plastic. We're not tuning into fake. We're tuning into genuine. We know that every time, no matter what they're talking about, they're at least putting their fucking heart on the line, and that's how it should be. And we're sitting here going, all right, awesome. We, instead of worrying about, we need to do the podcast this week because, X is this and all this, right? It's like, I'm so glad, and I really hope this doesn't change no matter how big we get, that we're just, it's like a relief that we get to do it.
I had such a moment yesterday, bro, because some of the feedback started coming in for Tony's episode. And there was one person in particular that was just like blown away.
Yeah.
And so then she was sending me this like, you know, really court of like, you know, I never really thought, I've always been so scared to kind of see what my body's capable of. I've always been like, no, I kind of don't want to know, but you know, listening to her and hearing her energy and feeling her energy through a fucking video, it's intrigued me more. Maybe it is something that I would like to do. And you know, her just being like, wow, like that girl's amazing, like I just whatever. And then I'm sending all of that stuff to Tony and sending the screenshots, being like, look at the kind of feedback. And then she's being like, oh my god, that's fucking incredible. Like that's so cool that you get that feedback. And then I'm thinking about, yeah, it is fucking cool that like people like really give us that in-depth analysis. So you know, moments like that, man, like that is where it just hits home so much about why I fucking love doing this.
Yeah.
It's not about, you know, I mean, of course I want more people to listen, but I would not want more people to listen at the cost of that.
Oh, yeah.
Because
100%.
that moment doesn't come from superficial amount of listeners. It comes from a core group that tune in every week or tune in most weeks.
Because let's be real, we could sit here, right, and go and buy fucking 100,000 subscribers bots.
Yeah.
You know, and everyone would think, oh, they've got, you know, 300,000 subscribers. But then at the end of the day, we still know we're looking at the plays, and the plays don't represent 300,000. I'd rather have, you know, 1,000's worth like we got now that are tuning in. They're tuning in because we keep it real, and we've kept it real for 66 episodes now.
And let that grow organically. You know, all of our platforms are growing organically, and we're getting more and more people tuning in, and people that are loving what we're doing, and that's what keeps us coming back. If that stops, obviously, then maybe we'll be playing that slowed down D-sharp version of the intro song and calling it a day. But whilst it's still growing, you know, we've got big guests lined up over these next few weeks that are going to bring in a whole new audience, man. I'm fucking excited.
Me too, brother.
To come. So I think.
So should we wrap it up here, but get to young blood AJ on for a few?
Are you going to fire him the questions?
I'll fire him the questions.
All right, here we go.
Yeah.
Peace out, homies. Love you all. Make sure you fucking share this fucking love around. Keep the love going. We appreciate every single one of you motherfuckers that shoot. Oh, I wasn't going to swear.
Oh, you got to.
I probably swore 1,000 times.
No, you were describing that song, and you said, fuck that.
That's how bad I am.
Oh no! Punch it. Punch it. Easy.
Namaste. No more swearing next week, promise.
All right, we've got AJ on the cast with the J Mizzle to the side now because he's about to answer some questions. So you've been wanting to come on for a hot minute and answer some questions. You will come on for a full episode, won't you?
Yeah, 100%,
Down the line.
Yeah,
fuck oath.
when the EP drops.
Yeah, that'd be sick.
Yeah.
You were just showing us the Kanye beat kind of vibes.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, it's
Always
cool, bro.
Kanye vibes,
That's
man.
killer. That's killer. Well, that rolls into the first question pretty well then. What's your favourite song of all time, my friend?
No More Parties in LA by Kanye West featuring Kendrick Lamar.
Yeah? You love your Kanye, do you?
Yep.
Yeah. What about Kendrick then?
Or Kendrick probably in my top 10.
Yeah,
I'd
okay.
say, yeah.
Go on, give me your top 10 then.
Oh, I'd say I'd go Kanye first.
Yeah.
Then I'd go Tyler. Then you got to have one or the other. So I'd go Biggie. MF Doom.
Oh, MF Doom. You don't hear many people putting MF Doom in the top
I
five.
love MF Doom, man.
No shit. Rest in peace.
Legend. It's kind of hard, man.
Yeah, when you put on the spot. 10's a lot as well.
Not just that, like there's just so many talented people.
What do you know what's interesting? I was like going through recently and I was listening to Outkast.
Yes.
What do you reckon about Andre 3000?
One of the best lyricists ever.
I agree.
He's so underrated for his lyrics.
That's what I was about to say. His flow is good. It's probably not quite as good as someone like Biggie, who's like the flow is incredible. You know what I mean? But like Andre's words are just on a whole nother fucking planet, man.
It just makes them fit.
Yeah, and they're just so unique. Like, it's crazy. I really need to go back and listen to more of Outkast's like back catalogue.
Yeah.
Because I haven't really dug into their like deep cuts.
Their first album, Quemini, I think it's called.
Yeah.
Bangers.
Yeah.
There's a two-parter, like 2 songs called The Art of Storytelling. Amazing.
No shit. All right, I'll suss that one. Yeah. Legit.
Yeah, just like crazy flows.
Yeah, no shit. All right, well, let's move on. Question number 2 then. Not your brother. Who is your favourite comedian of all time? And it can't be him.
Or
Because that's a cop-out. That's a cop-out answer.
It is the best though.
It wouldn't be my fucking
It wouldn't be. Wow.
I'd have to think about this. I'd say the person who I reckon I've watched the most of, like who keeps getting me to come back, probably be Dave Chappelle.
Yeah, okay.
Just because, just OG, just
Yeah.
you can't, he just doesn't miss.
Exactly, yeah.
Bert Kreischer,
Yeah.
also a pretty high pick for me.
Yeah.
I only just recently started getting into like stand up and stuff like that.
Yeah, okay. What about comedic actor then? Because we quite often say, well, who's your favourite comedian or comedic actor? I think recently we had someone say Jim Carrey, which is actually a real banger of an answer.
That is a good answer.
Yeah.
Again, there is just so many people to pick from.
Yeah.
And like obviously.
But if you had to say your top, let's just go one and then we'll move on to the next question.
All right then. I'd say Ben Stiller, I reckon.
Ben
Just so
Stiller,
many iconic
yeah,
characters.
right. Yeah, he actually is pretty good, hey?
Freaking,
Yeah.
Globo, Jim, we're better than you.
yeah, fucking oath. Fucking oath. Killer. All right, we'll move on to question number 3. What do we normally do for question number 3? Because we change number 3 all the time. Number 3, I think is... Nah. You know what? Let's just go with this one. What's the best piece of advice you've ever been given?
Damn, nah, fuck.
You can't think of any?
Nah, not really.
Yeah.
But it's one of those things where I know I've been given lots of good advice.
Yeah. You just
But
can't.
it's just like, as soon as you get asked, mine goes blank. It's probably a simple one, just don't overthink shit.
Yeah, that's good, bro. You can't go wrong with that. You can't go wrong with that.
I need it, and it is the one that I use a lot though. I would say.
You're laughing because he was just overthinking that.
Don't overthink shit, you just overthought the fuck out of it.
No. All right, I remember what we normally do. Number 3 is now. What's one conspiracy theory that you believe in?
Oh.
I don't know. I don't think I've had much of a chat with you about conspiracies.
No, not really.
Yeah.
You usually just listen to him like ramble on.
Yeah. Is there one that you just like, fuck, that has to be true?
I reckon just getting back into music though,
Yeah.
all like the Suge Knight and Eazy-E stuff,
Oh, okay.
and like, do you know about any of that stuff?
Is that... I
About,
feel
like-
like I'm getting it confused with something else to do with Suge Knight. That's not where the accusation is that Suge murdered Eazy-E, is it?
Yes,
It
yeah,
is,
That's
yeah,
what I'm talking
okay,
about
yeah.
with the whole AIDS thing.
Yeah.
And then he pretty much admitted it.
Did he
on, like,
really?
A talk show on like a late night show. He was pretty much
Wow.
like, you know, they're getting like needles and they're like sticking them into people and then all this stuff. I reckon that's what happened to Eazy-E. And then that's
No
what everybody was
way.
thinking the whole time.
No
And yeah,
shit. Yeah, Suge Knight seems like a bit of a sketchy character, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just the villain, man.
Yeah.
Like the freaking, you know, the Wilson Fisk.
Yeah.
of rap.
Yeah. Far out. All right, also, what's one conspiracy theory that you don't believe in then, that you think's absolute bullshit?
See, that's the thing. I can never really like make a decision on it because there's always a chance that it just could be.
Oh, of
Like,
course, yeah,
No matter
yeah,
how outrageous some of the stuff is. Like,
Yeah.
You look at even some of the 9/11 stuff. There's just a 50-50 split of people who think it is and think it isn't, and you never know
Yeah.
100% for
Do you,
sure.
do you think that people landed on the moon in 1969?
Fuck no.
You don't reckon?
Well, the way I see it, Wi-Fi only got invented like what 30, 40 years ago.
Yeah.
But they're fucking broadcasting somebody on the moon to like televisions and shit.
Yeah.
Back then, like how the fuck did they manage that?
Yeah, it's an interesting one, isn't it? It really is, because I've seen a few videos of like not only the classic one of the flag blowing in the wind.
Yeah.
I've also seen a more niche one where it's like there's like a little bag that's attached to the rover, you know, like the little moon
Yeah.
rover they had, and the bag was flapping in the wind too. So a lot of people were like, oh yeah, no, the flag, you know, it's this, it's fucking you moving this or whatever. But the little bag on the back of the rover would have had shit in it. Do you know what I mean? It would have had more weight than a flag, and that was moving as well. So it's very interesting. It's very interesting. All right, I'll hit you with one more.
All right.
No, two more. So one question and then the final one. Have you ever meditated before?
I don't think I have, no.
Nah. Is it something that you'd want to get into, or you just haven't even really thought about it?
I don't know, it's like a relaxation thing. I usually like when I'm relaxing, you know, just
Yeah.
go listen to some music or whatever. I
Yeah.
don't know if that's like a form of meditation.
Well,
or
I
whatever.
guess anything that really like takes your mind off of everything that's going on and gives you a central point of focus would technically be meditation. It doesn't have to be sitting there with your fingers crossed like that. But like, you know what I mean? Like it
And
could
then
be.
I guess so, yeah, I would have then. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, just a long day at work, just, you know, lay in bed, chuck on records or something like that.
Dope. All right, final question then, my man. Would you rather fight one horse-sized duck or 100 duck-sized horses?
I would rather
And
fight
why?
the 100 duck-sized horses.
Yeah. Okay. Tell us the reasoning.
The reason being is because I'd feel way more accomplished if I just ran through like 100 freaking duck-sized horses.
Yeah, but I wouldn't
then-
feel accomplished stomping out 100 duck-sized horses, coming up with a big right hook to the side of a jaw of a fucking giant duck.
Yeah, but it looked like
mean?
fucking like, you know, like a Bruce Lee fight scene where it's like
Yeah,
fighting, kicking,
yeah,
punching,
yeah,
like,
Karate
through
Kid
the
shit.
nunchucks and shit.
Yeah. I getcha.
The thing is though about that whole question, what do you reckon would have gone on before to have made this happen? Like what aggravated these like horse-sized ducks or these duck-sized horses?
I reckon what's happened is there's been a gang of duck-sized horses, right, floating around.
Just
and
terrorizing the
just
neighborhood.
terrorizing the neighborhood, right? And then you've got the horse-sized duck who's come in and he's been angry because the horses have fucking trampled his front yard, right? And then you just happen to roll up in the middle, but all you see is a giant duck getting angry at these little horses, and these little horses getting angry at the ducks. So you got to make the decision: which one do you hook?
Fuck.
I think that's the situation, like, because either way they're both angry.
Yeah. Just
But do you want to face one duck or 100 horses? That's the question, you know.
what kind of man are you?
Exactly. What kind of man are you? Oh, I love it. All right, AJ. Thank you very much, brother.
Thank you for having me.
No problems, man. We'll get you on in the next couple of weeks, I dare say, and we'll have a proper chat. We'll dig deep into the music and stuff like that, and obviously you're gonna have a few more beats coming out soon. So
Yeah, definitely.
look forward to it. All right. Peace out.